Hello guys, welcome back to Texcanics. So today we're gonna be replacing the belt tensioner on this 2008 Chevy Aveo. As you can hear, it makes some ticks when I turn on the AC compressor. There, I turn off the car, but right now I'm gonna turn it on and put it on drive, and you're gonna hear the ticking a lot worse. There you go. So we're gonna be replacing the belt tensioner, and I believe that's what it's causing that terrible ticking noise. Well, here I lift the car up because the car is really low and the workspace is really uncomfortable. Right now I'm gonna show you the belt tensioner, and if you see on the right of the notch it has, it chipped off. I don't know if that's what's causing the noise, but I'm still gonna replace it. It doesn't supposed to have a little chip off, so it's still good to replace it. So for tools, you're only gonna need a wrench. I used a 14 mil and a also a 14 mil socket. I think I used a short. I tried to use the long, but the space was not enough. So with a wrench, I'm gonna be removing the pressure from the belt tensioner, and that way you can remove the belt. It was a little bit hard. It was a little bit hard, but I mean, I think you can manage to do it. So the belt tensioner only had two bolts, one in the front and one in the back. They're also 14 mil. And right now you're gonna see where the little chip broke off. The tensioner goes all the way in. I don't think it's really good, so it's a good thing I'm replacing it. So to break the bolt, the back bolt had to go on the upper side of the crankshaft pulley. It was pretty tough to break it loose, just because of the space. Um, that little cross member that goes from the firewall to the bumper, it's really uncomfortable to remove the tensioner. So here I finally broke the bolt loose. Um, I don't think it was that tight, but the space made it really uncomfortable, really hard. I tried to go by hand, but the space, like I said, that cross member, or I don't know what that is, that goes from the back to the front, that the red one, doesn't let me do much work. So here I actually made a bad move, but it actually came successful. I finally broke the bolt loose, but if you can see, the socket is now the way in, and I could have stripped that bolt. But I mean, that the only space I had helped me, let me actually broke the bolts loose. So here I'm comparing the new one and the old one. Right there you can see the chip that fell off of the old one. That's about the only thing I saw on the outside. So there, as you can see, I removed the air intake box. Later on I also removed the one that's below, the one that is by the wheel well. It actually let me have more access to try and install the new one. So there I finally installed the new bolts. I'm still haven't fully tightened them up because it was a pretty tight space, so I had to work my way around with my hand only to put those bolts back in. So the back bolt, I went from the top to tighten it up, and then the front bolt I had to go from the bottom. I don't show it in the video, but I actually had to remove the pulley, only the pulley. It had a 15 mils. I mean, you can have a wrench or socket, and I removed the pulley only to put back in the bolt, and then I went back with the ratchet and fully tighten it up. There you can see you have the crankshaft and the AC compressor pulley that it makes it more uncomfortable. But I mean, I rate this job as an easy job, but as an uncomfortable job, from a 1 to 10, I would rate it as 10 being the most uncomfortable. I would give it a 10. But I mean, if you got some spare time, I think it took like 2 hours. So if you in a night, you can do it in the afternoon. So here I've installed everything back. If you can hear, the engine runs more smoother. So yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe.